Okay, here I am. Well, today it was nice to finally get the horse on the track, and he went off straight off and went about 1 mile and 3/8, whatever it was. We jogged him off a long way, and it looked like he really took to the track really well. Matter of fact, all my horses that I brought up here, they just floated over this track, and he just looked like he was just really getting over it really well. He looked like he was happy. He was a little aggressive. He was a little fresh today, but he couldn't have looked any better today coming around there. And I was very happy that he looks like a horse that is really flourishing, doing really well. So I was very happy with the way he trained today.
He really was motoring through the scalp and through the stretch, almost like 2 minute lick. It caught a lot of the photographers off guard.
Yeah, he was. A horse came up to him, and he we had the earplugs. I didn't put the earplugs in him today because I thought it'd be really quiet out there. So, but we're going to put the earplugs in him tomorrow. But yeah, it was nothing for him. But I mean, he was a little fresh. He worked Monday, walked Tuesday, and then he shipped yesterday. So he was a little bit, but he looked great at the barn, and he was. I couldn't be happier.
Do you have any plans to school him in the gate and in the paddock?
He'll probably get schooled in the one hole sitting in there for a long time, so we're not gonna stand him.
How about the paddock?
I don't think we're gonna school him in the paddock. He's pretty good. He's everywhere he's gone. He's just like he's been there before. I mean, he went out to the track today and he went around there like he's been here. He's just a very intelligent horse, and so we're going to school a couple of the other ones, but he seems to handle it well.
How about restoring hope?
Yeah, he'll school in the paddock. He'll school, and he's doing well. He went around there, and he's training well. So we're just Opportunity. He looked good out there, and I think Opportunity thought you guys were out there to see him, but. And Abel's doing well.
The sandy nature of the track.
You know what? The sandy nature. It's we're in California. We've been trained over a really deep, tiring track in California, and so and for some reason my horses they come here they just float over this. So it's really it was really nice.
One of the knocks or concerns with him going into the Derby was the lack of experience. And now there's the criticism of he's going to have 6 races in 111 days. So it's like he can't win any which way he tries. What's your thought on that?
Well, I think he's, it would. 6 races is a lot. And, but he's the kind of horse that he thrives on it. I've never seen him, he's got the, I think the way he's built, his muscle, if you can see, he hasn't lost any weight. He's just a big, strong, powerful horse, and I think he's throwback where these horses I could have run him in between. The old days, he used to run him between the Preakness and the Belmont. He probably could have done that also, but it's just the way he eats everything in front of him, and he's just a strong, muscled up. He's just a great athlete, so he can handle a lot.
Has he bitten you lately?
He bit me a couple of days ago when I was walking him, but I mean he's a handful. I mean you have to watch him. He likes to push you around, but he knows he's very he knows he can. He's not a mean horse, but he's just his patient level with people is like 5 seconds.
Bob, is there any kind of a different feel to? I mean, you have the pressure. You came here 4 times with a horse who won the Derby and Preakness, and then the Triple Crown had been nobody had won it in so long. And now that you've done it, does it feel different?
I'm enjoying this one a little bit more because on Pharaoh we knew he was training really well, but still, there's that doubt. Can it be done? And so, but they still have to break well. You can't get too excited about it, but. Watching him the way he trained today, I felt good that he's I just want him to run his race. If he runs his race, he's such a superior animal. I want him to show up, and that's all I'm focusing on right now. So if he shows up and he's good enough, he'll get it done. So, but I think with Pharaoh, after he won, it was more of, well, it can be done. It was, we've seen so many of these good horses just get beat, and the story went on and on. Horses that looked like, the Big Brown saga, that could happen, and then when he drew the one hole, right away Big Brown came to my mind. But things happen, and so you can't control that. So all you can do is just, I've always prepared myself mentally. Expect the worst, hope for the best attitude, or you'll go crazy. But I just feel, tomorrow we have to train. Hopefully, he's still, looks great. He's, everyth's fine, and so. But right now I'm just, we're all, the whole team. We're just quietly, trying to get him ready, and just don't get ahead of ourselves, and no wolfing, nothing like that. Just get the horse there.
Will you do similar to what you did today with him tomorrow?
Excuse me?
What will you do with him tomorrow? Will it be about the same thing?
Yeah, I'll probably do the same thing.
Are you superstitious at all with the silks changed? Is that?
Well, I am superstitious about certain things, but not the silks.
What did you think when you heard that was going to happen? Any thoughts?
Well, I knew it was going to happen because I got the word from the first race, so we were like, hey, I'd rather have the good horse than the silks, so that horse is more important than the silks.
Bob, what have been some of the reasons that you and Mike Smith have been such a good team last few years?
I think it's because we have mutual respect for each other. He's a very professional. He's a good horseman. He gives me feedback. He doesn't have to come back and give me a story. He just tells me, Bob, maybe this horse, maybe just didn't want to run, or maybe just not right, or whatever. So, he knows he doesn't have to worry about his job. So I think that's a big difference with riders. Sometimes you use them, they're worried about their jobs, and all the great riders, you're trying to get them. But Mike Smith and I, when we first started using him, we really didn't click. I kept running second. I remember we ran second. We won the Triple Crown for seconds in 2012. Bodie Meister second, Painter second, and it didn't happen. But and then we came. We've had some luck, but working with him it's a joy. I don't have to worry about anything. I don't worry about Mike Smith. I worry about the horse.
Bob, your success in the Triple Crown has given you an opportunity to do a lot of things outside horse racing. Do you consider that an obligation for you to promote the sport, or is that just fun stuff that you like to do?
You mean like throwing that 98-mile pitch the other night?
Yeah, exactly.
No, you know what? I think that it's good. I want, this is what I love. This is what I enjoy, and I think anytime any of us, as trainer, jockey, I think it's our duty to promote the sport, especially Triple Crown. Everybody's going to be watching, and so we want to let them know what a beautiful sport it is, how well we care for the animals, and how beautiful the animals are. And so I think I try to help. I just love the sport so much that, and then it's put me in positions where I've been able to meet, I've met presidents, and it took me to places where I never thought I'd ever be. And but we still enjoy it. We like the competition. But it's fun, especially right now. Everywhere we go, I can see it's the momentum. I'm getting a lot more. You're the horse guy, So, but it's fun, and so last night a guy picked me up, some driver, and he goes, "Man, you look familiar," and so sometimes I used to get. what was that wrestler? It was an old
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair. I used to get a lot of Ric Flairs. And so in Dubai, I was in Dubai, and some girl thought there was a there's a, who's that? He's one of those, he's an Indian, he's a famous guy that goes out, he's an evangelist or something, but she thought, some of you guys got to know that guy. Everybody knows that guy. Even I knew, but it'll come to me. But you know, you get things like that, and so it's pretty cool, you know, like, or somebody will, I get called Lucas a lot, you know, and so Bodie gets a kick out of that one. But it's fun, and I'm just, you know, after going through it with American Pharoah and the journey with the Zayats, you know, it was a lot of fun. You know, we went through there. This horse is, you know, it's been fun. I mean, we have a large ownership group that it's just, you know, I could tell every time they win. I remember the Kentucky Derby, they were spread out over, people were being left behind. I made sure I went back and made sure everybody got in, and so because everybody just got separated, because you're just in this, you know, when you win the Derby, it's like you're in this zone. You know, people, they forget their kids, their wives, everything. They just, you know, like, where's so-and-so? I don't know, you know, so don't worry, I'll bring them all. So, and so I really enjoy watching them, you know, but for the Belmont, you know, I want to win it. I want to win it for the horse. I want Justify to, you know, to be up there with those great horses. And, you know, it's about that horse. You know, it's not about Mike Smith, Bob Baffert. It's about Justify, you know, because basically he's doing all the work, you know. So, and I like to see his name up there, you know, number 13.
Good guys.
Has Bodie's forecast changed at all, or is he
He's sticking with it. I told him on the website, but he wasn't as. He hasn't. He says he needs to work on it. So he just got in. So he was locked up in that plane. So he's bouncing off the walls. So he hasn't had time to, you know, work on it.
Thanks, Bob. Thank you, guys.
all set?
Yeah.